Yo, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. It's still a holiday. You got 3 days off. Well, I have 3 days off. Welcome back. I wanted to talk about Wolfenstein. I've been hooked on this game since Winter '95. Um, I've always been a big fan of this game, and I've been so into Star Citizen that I've totally neglected my Steam collection. So I just went back to my Steam and opened this up and just dove into it. And I gotta tell you, man, I'm so hooked. I mean, this they gave me yet another reason to love the Wolfenstein series. I've always loved the whole idea of beating up on the Nazis and infiltrating their secret bases and dealing with these undead and mechanized people and stuff. And this game does not disappoint. However, for most folks, it does not have a multiplayer. So people are salty over that. Me being a lone wolf player, I could care less about multiplayer. I mean, Wolfenstein started out as a one-player game. I'm a traditionalist. This stays true to the game. So it's just a one-player game where there's tons of content in here for you to enjoy. And what's more, this game goes deep into B.J. Blazkowicz's history. And take a listen to
When
this.
did you ever do right by me? Disobedient, ungrateful, sense like a flat tire, and a mouth like a sewer. Oh, I saw where you was headed. I've been down that hole myself. And I guarantee you, I did all in my might to pull you out. What more do you want from me?
I wanted you to treat me like I mattered. Like I wasn't some piece of dog shit got stuck on your shoe.
I did my damnedest with you. The truth is, you were broke beyond fixing. What are you, some sort of super killer terror bomber now? You're on the wrong side, but...
And I mean, that's just a small sample. I mean, this game has tons of like backstory and history for each of the primary characters in this game, and it really succeeds in building up Blazkowicz's character. I mean, it goes back and looks into his history and why he does what he does and why he acts the way he acts, and then it brings you back to the current, and you know, it puts you on a mission. And I mean, this game is so rich. I mean, they really did some thinking on this game. I love each one of these characters. All of them are really individual, really unique, and they have very special, like, distinctive characteristics and personalities. I totally dig this game. If you have not played this, I really suggest that you go to your Steam account or go shopping somewhere at your local PC dive and get a hold of this game, man. I mean, it's I'm not gonna down y'all. If you guys have consoles, you know, you got an Xbox or a PlayStation, whatever, you guys go, you know, get your console thing. I mean, okay, well, that's enough of that. Moving on, Wolfenstein is set in I think it was the 60s, 1960s, and apparently the Allies lost the war, and the Nazis, the Third Reich, they took over the entire United States, and so BJ's mission is to raise a coalition of freedom fighters or resistance to go up against the Nazi regime. And I mean, it's just like the detail in this game is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, like, look at the fire here. I mean, you know, I mean, you can literally like feel the heat of the fire. It's so awesome. The game was just gorgeous, and it's huge. There's so many little hidden little surprises and little cubby holes that you could dive into. And that's also another thing about this game, is that they've given BJ more functionality. There is a certain part in the game, well, I'm not going to tell it because you haven't played it. I'm not going to tell it, so I'm not going to spoil it. But there's a certain place in the game where you're given options. You can either have a super jump or power to ram through objects like walls and stuff, or you can like shrink up your body to where you can squeeze it into tight spaces. that sort of thing. So I mean, so each one of those unlocks secret areas where you can find like star cards. So I'm still collecting those. I haven't finished the game yet. I'm still collecting those and trying to figure out what those do, and like little pictures and concept shots, and I think there were some other things to it, like I'm trying to think, schematics, and you also, of course, you get the weapons upgrades. These little upgrade modules where you could upgrade your weapons, and the weapons. Oh my God, man! Oh my God! This is like my all-time favorite game, Doom, all over. But I mean, of course, this is where Doom came from. But I mean, the weapons in this game are so sick. I mean, yeah, you have a couple of your traditional World War II weapons, right? Like the one you're looking at. But you also have these specialized high-tech Nazi Black Project weapons. Like it was this lasercraft gun that cuts through steel and little bars, whatever. And then there's this laser, kind of like this laser cannon, like a little Tesla cannon, something where you could charge it up, and you could literally just torch heavy armored targets. And that's one of my favorite weapons. That's my go-to weapon when it comes down to going up against the heavy armored animals. I mean, there are some heavy armored animals, but they aren't as bad as these giant exoskeletons that you come across. I mean, big ones. I mean, they have these huge cannons that launch grenades at you and stuff, and spray fire, that kind of thing. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to get some water. But another cool aspect is all the weapons are upgradable, and you actually get a mount. You get a mount in this game where you get to ride what's called the Panzerhund. I guess I pronounced that right. It's a tank hound. It is a mechanized robot that is built to look like a gigantic hound. It has these huge steel teeth and it breathes fire. That kicked ass. That was one of my favorite parts of the game, when I got to ride on the back of this thing and go through town and torch everything. I had a barbecue level of my own. Another nod back to Doom, the human barbecue level. But I mean, yeah, I enjoyed that one. Just riding that tank dog all the way through the village and just destroying shit. I loved it. Also, you have space travel in this game. No, you don't fly an actual spaceship, but you do all kinds of cool missions to where you have to hijack a train to get these plans, and then you have to infiltrate the secret base, whatever, in Roswell, and then find your way to Venus, of all places. Venus. And there, surprise of all surprises, you get to run into Adolf Hitler himself, while you are playing an actor who's supposed to be portraying you to Adolf Hitler, because they're trying to make this kind of play or something that talks about the rise and the fall of B.J. Blazkowicz, Nazi killer. Something that's really cool. That's like a spoiler kind of thing, so I don't want to go too far into that if you haven't played it yet. But you gotta play this game, man. You gotta play the game. But so, I mean, you get to go to Venus. This is really cool. I mean, it was an awesome level. Some of it was a little bit too bombastic to me. I mean, too a little unbelievable. Like, because we all know Venus is like super, super hot. That's one thing. They kind of countered that one with a suit that has like coolant in it, and you have to keep coolant inside of it to stay alive, which I like that. That was cool. But what about the pressure? There was a high amount of, there's so much pressure on Venus to where if a human being were to stand there, he wouldn't last 2 seconds before he was squashed into a very fine paste, right? So, you go there and you have these giant city and this giant base, whatever, and all kinds of things are tromping around on it, and you get to shoot them. It was fun. That part right there was kind of unbelievable to me. But then again, this is fantasy, this is a video game, so, you have creative license to do what you want to do. And I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed that. But you have really got to experience this game. And don't let the fact that it doesn't have multiplayer discourage you. Okay, it's really small potatoes when you compare it to all the other good content that this game is chock full of. So I mean, of course, I'm sure they may be working on a multiplayer content module or something, or an update. I think they might be. I mean, especially if you own Steam. Well, I mean, it's only a matter of time before a multiplayer patch comes through. But I mean, I could care less, really. This game is just too fun, man. I was just too busy having fun sneaking around on trains and inside these secret bases and stuff, and killing Nazis, sneaking up behind them, and and just snuffing them out, setting up traps with grenades, and I mean, I just had so much fun with this game, and it just really took me back to those heady days of Wolfenstein 3D, and it just brought back that really hardcore arcade style kind of game action right back to the fore, and it's like they just went back to the roots of this game, and I just love this game to death. I'm not even finished with it. I think I'm like halfway through it, and there's so much more to look forward to. So guys, my people, if you have not played this game, go to your Steam accounts and download this joint right here. It's hot, it's red hot, it's red smoking hot. You got to get this game, man. And that's it. I'm out of here. I will see you guys in the next video. So I'm working on one about Star Citizen, because I'm thinking about like the starter ships, like which one did I like the most. But anyway, I'm gonna put that up. But I just want to let you guys know about this game here. You got to get it. You got to enjoy it, man. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.